What is going on, guys? Ultimate Deadpool here, back with another video. So as you can tell, we have the 12-inch Deadpool in front of me right now. Actually, there are two of them, but we'll get into that in just a little bit. So as you can tell by the title of this video, I have finally taken this generic 12-inch Deadpool and customized him like I did with Venom and Spider-Man previously on the channel as well. This guy was like maybe $10 or so on Amazon. I picked up a second one because I didn't want to mess with this one because sentimental reasons. Yeah. Okay. So I ended up getting a second one, hence is why there are now two swords on the other one's back. We'll get into that in just a little bit. So this is what it started off looking like, and this is what he looks like now. I tried to keep, it's not the exact original idea that I wanted to do. Originally I was going to have him wear a full fabric suit and stuff like that, but I decided against it and just went ahead and kept it simple. I did some black paint, brown paint, some sculpting for his belt buckle, and my mom helped out with the sheaths on his back. We'll get into that in just a minute. But it's amazing how much a little bit more paint they could have done to this to make it look a little bit more like this. Don't get me wrong. This is still a great offering. This is, in my opinion, a little bit better. Not because I'm biased because I painted it, but in all honesties, this is what this should have looked like, at least without the swords and stuff on his back. Because there's plenty of stuff that they could have done with this. But obviously, you know, Marvel and whatnot, they're trying to just make a quick thing and get it out and whatnot. And even then, this is a relatively decently detailed, you know, painted-wise, you know, figure versus what, you know, stuff like the DC Superman that I just reviewed not that long ago. He had a lot more detail on him and a lot more paint on him versus this guy, plus any of the other 12-inch Marvel figures that I have reviewed thus far, like Spider-Man and Venom. Beforehand, they were both, well, Spider-Man is still technically, he's just has web lines and stuff painted in, but Venom had no texture at all. He was completely smooth just like this, and I ended up taking a heat gun and melting parts of his body so just to give him like a slimy like texture. Deadpool, luckily with this I didn't have to do any of that because the head I thought was great. I thought the head looked really good and the mold was fine. It's just there was just something missing. So, and I got another one of these specifically to customize it. And in my personal opinion, I think I did a pretty decent job at it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I did want to change his sword's harness, but I decided against it because I did not want to sculpt a whole lot of stuff with this guy. Hence why I didn't add his signature pouches on either of his thighs. But I just wanted to keep it simple, but also, you know, try to improve it at the same time. So that's what I did here. And you can see this originally had one gripping hand and one closed fist. Versus now, it's still a gripping hand. It's still a closed fist. But I was able to cut the fingers apart enough to where I could actually spread them open just enough to where I could pop another pistol in there. And now he's got two Desert Eagles. And then on his back, my mom actually did these, so I can't take credit for this part because she can actually sew on a sewing machine. I cannot. But I took the sword from him and I took the sword from him, put them together because Deadpool obviously has two swords. And then me and my mom, we put a steel rod inside both of these, and then she stitched along the inside of it, just like we did with Killshot's sheath. And I glued these both to his back. And it looks pretty decent in my personal opinion. It's not perfect, but you know, this is, I'd say, the best I could do. I could probably do better if I actually sculpted, stuff, and took a lot longer to do it. And I might do that later at some point down the line. Do like, here's version 1, here's version 2, here's version 3. But for now, I'm happy with this. I'm happy with the way it turned out. I think it looks just fine. Let me know what you guys think. Now, before I get criticized for this, because I know I'm going to, yes, I actually did think about doing the red sections of the gloves in silver and then having the silver section of glove be red and flip it. The more I look at it, the more the red grows on me. I've actually had this guy done for a while now. I just haven't made a video on it because I haven't really had the time to make a video on it, even though it's a 12-inch repaint of this. But anyway, so he can still move, so his arms and stuff still can go up. I'm not gonna open his arms out like that because I don't want the paint on his shoulders to flake, because right now this is not really sealed, and even if I do seal it, the paint would still chip off because it's just basic acrylic paint and whatnot. So I'm just gonna leave him like this. He gets the point across. You know who this is supposed to be. You know what he can do and whatever. And if I wanted to, I can always just have his arms up like that in a gun firing pose, and it still gets the point across. At some point, I will probably add sand or something in his feet to make him a little bit heavier, because right now he's as light as this one is. Maybe just a little bit heavier because of the belt buckle, the swords, and the pistols, and all the other, and the paint and stuff on top of him, but he's still relatively lightweight. So in order to have his arms up fully extended like that with the pistols, yeah, he can do it, but the second somebody touches him, he falls backwards. So to prevent that, I'm probably going to fill his legs and maybe his torso with sand or something to keep him weighed down just enough to where he can move, but still be kind of planted. Because this is extremely lightweight, and this guy's the exact same way. I'm not going to do that because I don't want to accidentally drop it and break the sheaths off his back. But it's the same general concept. This weighs the same as this. This weighs the same as this, except maybe a slightly more just because of the paint and some of the other stuff that I added to it. So anyway, it's not the most detailed thing I could have done. I probably could have done a lot better if I had gotten rid of the harness and sculpted over it and did a whole bunch of other stuff to it. I probably could have done the newer Deadpool look where his pants are black and only a small part of his pants are red, similar to other forms of Deadpool. I could have done sculpted boots and stuff on his legs. But like I said, I wanted to keep it simple. I wanted to keep it, relatively the same. And this was just like a, maybe a trial run if I decide to do something like this, but actually, take a lot longer time with it, because when I got this guy, I wanted to go ahead and get him done, but at the same time, I wanted to do it the right way. So that's why, yeah, it took a little bit longer than I thought, but most of that was because of these. But I mean, I'm sure if I were to, sand all of his this original stuff down, and whatnot, put a lot more extra work into Deadpool, I probably could have made him look a lot better. But honestly, right now, for now, this is just fine. Let me know what you guys think of this guy, and do you guys like how he looks? Do you guys hate him? Do you or whatnot? So, original, my repaint. So, and that's really all he is. He's just simply a repaint. It's the same thing I kind of did with Venom and Spider-Man. Those two were basically just repaints, except Spider-Man was more repainted than Venom. Venom just had his body melted and a spider painted on his chest and back, but that's about it. But Deadpool probably had the most color added to him. But anyway, let me know what you guys think of this guy in the comments below. And I will catch you guys on next time on Ultimate Deadpool. I am trying to do videos more consistently, so please bear with me. I hope you guys enjoy what's coming out, and I cannot wait to show you guys what I have planned coming up next. So let me know what you guys think about all this stuff in the comments down below, and I will catch you guys all next time. Bye.